easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. Oh, there's an alley to the left. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Man, how nice is it to have a guy that you can give the ball that can make such big plays? It makes play calling fun. It makes offense fun. Everything's built off of this, but when you can block it up front and give the ball to a speedster that can fly down the field, offense is a heck of a lot of fun.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Scrambling away. Trying to escape and get it himself.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Caught behind the line. It's Cameron. There he goes. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the floor.
Goes to the end zone, and the ball's out. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And that breaks your heart if you're on offense, because it looks like you're just going to hand it off and run in for the easy touchdown. But because of bad ball security, that ball comes out, the defense recovers, and they're able to take over. That is a momentum-shifting play.
Wilson to pass. Got it in the middle with Simmons. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on 1st down. Now improvising. He throws back across and into the defense. A dangerous play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Starting to feel a little pressure. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run. And after the interception, he brings it back and gets it inside the 35.
They started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Continues to fight for yards, taking it the other way.
Defense is about negative plays, creating negative plays and creating turnovers. What a great job, not only creating the interception, but doing something after it. You see the blocks after the interception, return it almost back to the house, and now you set your offense up with great field position.
I love the attitude by this team now. You just got a critical takeaway. You're set up in amazing field position down in the red zone. Take a shot. Go right now. Throw it. Don't even wait. There's zero hesitation. Force the defense on the very first play of the drive to have to step.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened.
Wilson will throw. And he snatches it and comes down in the end zone for the 2. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, Starts the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Shoots it to the left. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the left. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Big play for this offense as they get into the 32. And the Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there getting that first.
Back to throw, it's Young. Gets it out fast. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive, and driving down the field and tying this football game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Ohio, 14, Texas, 13.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive.
Texas.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. He wants to change this route. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Quarterback moving. Checks it down to the back. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And the Bobcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wilson to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Davis. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got knocked down.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pocket breaking down.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wants to throw on first down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. To the air on first down. He's going for it all. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has one interception. That was almost the second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. Might be calling a hot route. Wilson will throw. Looking down the middle. It's caught downfield. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Wants to keep it in the air. Fires to the right. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
I love defenses that can mix it up between man and zone. And I love the vision right here by the cornerback. Seeing the quarterback the whole way. Breaking on the football when that hand separates from the other hand. Nice job getting the deflection. Nice vision by that cornerback.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. They want to throw it. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Past the 30. Past the 20. He just sets sail for the end zone after the pick and turns it into a 2-point return. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. To the air, it's Young. Here comes the heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Those kind of plays can be huge for momentum. Even with the short return, they're set up at the 45.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His 2nd interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
Wants to go up top on first down. Looking to buy time. Rolling right and going deep. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. The Longhorns offense will kick it away to crank up the second half.
Texas.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Wilson to pass. Fires one high and deep. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
We've just seen in this game the ball's just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. You got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy, you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. Third and short from inside the 20. Just a short pass to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's... pick up the first down.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
And the Longhorns with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets rid of it. Fires to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
The Longhorns are on the move. They'll run it. Find some fresh air. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
The Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll ride the hot hand. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
He'll try to do it himself. He'll work his way down to the 28.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there through the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
To the air, it's Young. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Leaves it with the running back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting where he's blocking, a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Touchdown, Longhorn! They take the lead with the 6.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him. Huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
Leading by 1, they'll go ahead and go for 2 and try to make it a field goal game. He's looking to throw. And this will be caught as they convert the 2. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. The offense changing the play. Wilson will throw. Forced out of the pocket. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. You felt as if there might be a huge play coming when he got out and got loose to the left. Heaved it downfield but couldn't quite make a connection.
And your brain has to switch immediately when you're playing defense and that QB gets outside the pocket. I got to understand my scramble rules. I got to understand now. I start running towards where I'm at. The other side of the field, I got to start getting to the middle of the field, understanding what the receivers are doing. Nice job by the defense being able to react to the quarterback once he got outside the pocket.
To the air on 2nd down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Not a lot of good plays for 3rd in California, so you're just trying to get a completion and help out your punter, but they can't even get that executed.
The Bobcats will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. On the option. Now the pitch. And that's a live ball. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Gets a turnover.
As a defender, you sacking that guy and causing the fumble.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Quarterback may change this route. Now he's going to break the pocket. Throwing on the run. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
You got to give the defense credit here because they came out here in the second half with the goal of putting the clamps on this passing attack, and they have not allowed a completion yet in the third quarter. This offense has thrown it time and time again.
Going downfield for the big play. And it's knocked away, incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the third quarter. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Wilson to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off for the third time today. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Texas! The defense does the work itself with a pick six. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Drops it off to the running back.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
And the Bobcats can really attack on this second and short. Wilson will throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Anderson. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Looking to throw on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
These receivers on these scramble drills are going to have to play with a little bit more urgency because this pass rush is getting after the QB. He was flushed out to the left and wasn't able to complete that throw because of the hit he took.
Unloads to the right. Got his man.
And when you're trailing by a couple possessions in the fourth quarter, you can't do much of this, much more. I mean, this offense has to find a way to attack the sidelines, the middle of the field, deep down the field. It can't be the little...
It's a running room. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly...
Touchdown, Ohio! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This is like a baseball pitcher they can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stopped. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And with the lead late in this football game, I expect to see more of this from this offense. And what am I telling my running back, who's already put the ball on the ground once today? 2 hands on the football. We're not fighting for all this extra yardage. Like, protect the football. We cannot put that thing on the deck.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. They'll run play action. That's caught. It's Cameron. At the 45 on his way. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40.
Play action does so many things. When you run the football and have success, it slows everybody down. Not just the linebackers and the safeties and make them come up, but the defensive line. They're thinking run as well, slows down the pass rush, gives me a little bit more time to develop routes and make it really easy on my quarterback.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Longhorns have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Give to the running back. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Really nice job by the running back here in the 4th quarter, picking up that first down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot. Late in the game, they need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
The inside handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, it just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think, would go on.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers?
total leather to crank us up. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The Bobcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Showing the arm strength to the left. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Hey, man, that was just perfect execution offensively. On a 4th down like that, if you're going to throw a completion, get the first and keep the drive alive, QB's got to be great with his eyes. He's got to throw it on time. His target has to be in the perfect place at the perfect time, and you got to be able to haul it in. They checked all the boxes on that 4th down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays. But you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17. Offense in a bunch formation. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. You'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that.
At the 28. And
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. From the gun, the ground game. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Using the quick game. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. Makes the grab, and a nice gain gets it to the 35.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
They'll leave it with the lone back.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Underwood. Fires to the big fella. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Now the play fake. He wants it all. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason is we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up 2nd down. The play-action fake. He rifles one deep down the right side. And he hauls it in inside the 30. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Ohio!
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going on the field, throw me the football, I got the speed, I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
Almost had the completion, just missed it. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. From inside the 10, here he comes. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down in the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. They'll go to the ground. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quickly.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Well, they tried the play fake, but it fooled absolutely nobody.
And that's the problem with play-action pass, Reese, is that it takes time to develop. The quarterback's got to fake.
Looking deep down the right side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession.
Oklahoma State 7, Ohio 6.
So they'll go back to work after changing ends of the field. Wilson to pass. Going deep. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. And the Bobcats will hustle to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, what happens is that DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Throws toward the end zone.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Making side adjustments here. Second down, he'll throw it. The sweet feet buy a little time. Makes a connection. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. The Bobcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Just keeps slinging it. Had it in his hands and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires left. He caught it. And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the one. And the Bobcats have it with a first and goal. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Wilson will throw. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And they capped it off with a one-yard plunge. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
The Cowboys in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Going for the big play. Fires and picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 20. And he goes out of bounds at the 14-yard line.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Well, you can't get momentum in a game any better than they just did. Defensively, you get the turnover. Right away, your offense jogs on the field. You take a shot deep, you hit it for a touchdown. They've got a lot of explosive playmakers on this offense, and you saw it right there.
Makes the grab in the end zone for the two as they extend the lead. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. To the air, it's Underwood. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to swing it on second down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Nothing but green grass down the middle. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Pistols firing, touchdown Cowboys.
And how about the tight end showing off the athletic ability? Does a great job in the blocking game. Now, when you need to make a big play in the passing game, you just turn him loose, throw him the football, and he can make big plays like he did right here.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down to the 26. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking downfield on first down. He's looking deep. Ball's in the deep ball. Turning it on. Touchdown, Ohio. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I think sometimes QBs know before the snap who they're going to. You could tell he looks to the right immediately, knows this guy's going towards the middle of the field, reads the safety, put the ball on the money, over the linebackers, away from the safety, gets the big catch, and he walks into the end zone for a touchdown.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. Wilson to pass. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, there was a golden opportunity for the offense to come away with 2 points there, but he dropped it in the end zone. That's a catch you have to make.
And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Richard. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. It's Richard. It's a seam wide open. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. And the Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. Makes the grab. Stopped right at the 2-yard line after the catch, and it'll be first down, goal to go. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
One thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Wilson will throw. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And the defense makes a play. Finally, this is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him...
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He couldn't quite get loose on that return. He'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Right down the middle. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he's got it for a big play. Touchdown, Ohio! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead.